Our final recap crew is here. The final episode of Skeleton Crew is here. Andrea, just right off the bat, grade on the episode. First thoughts, grade.
Oh
What would you give
gosh,
it?
it feels very soon. Like I'm still just processing it. Like I
Yeah,
just paused it. So you said your TV was having loading issues too.
less frequently than yours, but yeah. So, I would say a couple times it would just like, I mean, not even spin, just stop, and then it would,
Oh.
take a couple minutes and it would go again.
Ugh, it was the worst. Let us know in the live chat or in the comments if you too had
Yeah,
like loading issues with this episode. I was like, are a lot of people watching the finale at the same time or something, as people tend to
yeah.
do with finale episodes? I was like, maybe they just have a lot of traffic to the site. So let us know if you had that. But yeah, I would get it. It was super annoying. Like every 3 minutes, little pinwheel of death.
Yep.
It was the worst. But I I don't know about you. I didn't love it.
Oh, so I liked it. I don't think it's the best episode of the season, but I thought it
Yeah.
did. I thought it checked all the boxes.
Yeah, I'm learning that mid-season seems to be where Disney gets it right. Like I feel like
Yeah,
that was the
episode
case.
fives.
Episode fives
Yeah,
and like six, because isn't that when we
yeah,
got the flashback in the Ahsoka show, all the Clone
yeah.
Wars
So we have
flashbacks?
Ahsoka. We had the Jedi Knight or Shadow Warrior. Then in Mandalorian season one, it's where he's on that prison ship. It's so good. The Acolyte was
Yeah.
the forest or whatever. Not
Even people that
yeah.
hated the Acolyte had to admit episode five was pretty cool
Yeah,
with all the choreography and the lightsabers. So yeah,
yeah,
I don't know. I think I'm gonna go into season finales with Star Wars shows on Disney Plus with like lower expectations. Because I don't think the finale is where it's at anymore.
yeah. Now, so I will say it wasn't the best episode, but as far as just grading it, I mean, I give it probably an 8 or so. It checked every box for me, right? So, spoilers incoming. So you got the little callback to Ad Akron where Neil knows where that cannon is. That one was kind of
Mhm.
telegraphed. I saw a lot of people saying that was going to happen. That was cool. You've got each
And
one
that
of the
was so funny
kids.
how he runs
Yeah.
away too and it gets
Yeah.
blown up. That was
Yeah,
so funny.
he was probably running like a half a mile an hour, but but
He's
it really
adorable.
every character had their own thing, right? So KB like took the ship out. She fixes
Mhm.
SM-33, which was awesome.
Mhm.
We
Yeah.
see Fern like she's been the leader the whole time. She gets to keep leading. She even talks her mom into like joining the cause.
That seemed to
Wim,
be the hardest part of the episode is getting Fern's
yeah,
mom on board.
I thought that was clunky.
She was so resistant to pulling the lever and taking down the
Yeah,
barrier. It's like, dude, your world is falling apart and you're all gonna get
yeah.
invaded if you don't. So, yeah,
I
that
did
was
think that was
interesting.
clunky, but then like Wim, he gets the saber again, so he gets it, and you notice he turned it the right way. Like
I
that was
know.
so good.
I was so worried for him. I was like, oh no, someone might get
Yeah,
disemboweled
I
this
thought I was
episode.
yeah. So let's
Yeah.
catch up with the chat real quick. So Kevin
Yeah.
was freezing up.
Hello, Kevin.
So
Oh, yours froze up?
we're across multiple states now freezing up. So it was
Yeah.
at least a southeastern US thing. But
We almost have the
Steve
same
had no
internet
issues.
provider. Yeah,
We all have
Steve.
AT&T.
What internet provider do you have? I think I'm gonna have to switch.
Loved the episode. There we go. Enjoyed the episode, but found the conclusion underwhelming.
Yes.
I
Thank
do
you.
kind of resonate with that because so the end of it, we'll just go ahead and say it. Was that Leia's ship coming in?
Oh my gosh, was it the Tantive?
It was the same class of ship.
Oh my
Um,
gosh. Well, it seemed like Wim was about to meet a Jedi, or that's kind of what they were implying. Like his dream was
my
about to
that
come
was my
true.
thought was it was Leia coming in. I go, oh, are we about to like CGI Leia here at the end of it?
Oh,
And then
that
it
would
just
be
ended.
cool. That would have
But
been cool.
I do think though, like we have Xfinity in Texas. Xfinity is a four-letter word for me, but I'll trust you that it goes well in Texas. But no, I thought like the way so you got a few hints, right? So throughout the episode, the supervisor was a robot, which is what everyone was either one of two things. Either it
Yeah.
was gonna be a robot or it was gonna be like a Palpatine Empire thing. And there was really
I
no in between.
exactly. I suspected it was. I was like, remember when I said I think it's like the AI from Wall-E, where
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
you
the
did.
AI.
Yeah.
It's like the AI running the ship the whole time. I didn't
Yeah.
like that. I thought it was gonna be the case, but I was hoping it wouldn't be, and it was. It
Yeah.
was just the computer. I didn't like
Yeah.
that.
Which I
I
was
would have.
cool with it.
I would have preferred for it to be Renaud, Captain Renaud.
Well, he did get stabbed by his concubine.
But that's more like a legend to cover up the truth
Right.
kind of thing, where he
Yeah.
actually is like Emperor of At-Aten secretly. And I don't know. And also, one thing I thought was weird in the beginning, like Jod trying to play the emissary. Like, I'm confused
Yeah.
why he thought that was going to go so well once he met the, what do they call him, the supervisor? Because he
Yeah.
didn't know
Well,
the
yeah.
supervisor was a computer. So, like, what if you show up and it's an actual person? And then
Well,
what?
he was probably just gonna like stab him or something.
I guess. Yeah.
That was my thought. But how about the supervisor? Like, well, chat first of all, give us a 1 to 10 on what you thought of the episode. But for the supervisor, I did like that he was kind of sentient seeming, like as a droid versus just the
Mm.
commands. Like he
Mm-hmm.
was looking and talking, and then kind of outsmarting Jod too, which I thought was super cool. You get the little
Yeah.
drop to where it was like Jod says he's a Jedi, and the last thing he got was, or the last message he had from the Republic was that the Jedi were traitors.
Yeah.
That was a cool little thing. Like if you needed it to be tied in to the Skywalker saga, there it was for you. I thought that was great. I loved that
They
the X
missed
wings.
Obi-Wan's transmission, I guess.
Well, that one, that one must not have made it globally or universally.
That was local. Yeah.
Yeah. So Abby just got done watching. That was insane. There
Hi,
was a lot
Abby.
going on in the episode for sure. I liked it.
Will apparently liked this finale more than me. Joshua and I felt similarly about it, where it ended, and just like, who was it, Steve, that said, like, yeah, oh, it's
Yeah,
just over.
just
It
ended.
feels, there's something about it that was a little unsatisfying. I don't know. Because what happens now? What happens to them? And I'm thinking, like, you have a planet full of people. How are they going to divide up the credit amongst themselves? Like, I almost wish there had been a time skip to, like, a future and after everything settles
Like
down,
an
you know.
epilogue.
Yeah, and what's to prevent all of the other pirates from invading them now?
What's their currency worth now that they're just
Oh, now there's tons of them.
around?
They flooded the market. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. But that's the thing. There's so many unresolved, like, well, what now kind of things that I don't know. I wish there was like an additional part at the end there where everything could just kind of feel settled. And then it kind of seems
Yeah.
like Jod went down with the ship. The ship, he's in the tower, but he kind of just gives up at the end, right?
That's what I was thinking. They just, yeah, like what's he gonna do? Is he just gonna be like, well, this is it? Or I envision it like if they were planning for a season two, which from everything that they're John Watts has said they're not, right? If they were going to, they've already kind of in their head penciled in a couple year time jump because the kids would be older, so it would not even make sense for it to pick right up where it was. So
Yeah.
it just is kind of up for interpretation, I guess, which is kind of cool. Like we all get to make our own little head canon of what happens immediately following until we're told
That's not good
otherwise. I
enough
don't
for
know.
me. I want to know what happens according to the canon of the show. I need the director to tell me. Maybe there's like an interview somewhere where people, now that the finale's out, someone's going to ask him on the red carpet
Yeah,
or something, what happens to Atten? And maybe we'll get an answer. We'll see.
I
I
wouldn't be
mean,
shocked if they continue like in some media, like they drop a hint on what happened or something.
yeah, I would like that. Some kind of confirmation. I need to know because I can think of all the possibilities, but I need someone to be like, this is what happens to the people of
Yeah,
Atten. But, yeah.
Kevin gave it an 8.5. Force with Friends podcast coming in overly
Clunky.
positive on this, so we've got it. But yeah,
Too
little
open-ended.
clunky. Yeah, it
Yes.
was super open. I think that was by design though. Like just no, I don't want to like keep pounding on the acolyte like everybody does, right? Like just keep down in it, but they put like a lot of stuff in there that was very heavily dependent, like, oh, we really need a season 2, and there were no
Mm,
guarantees of that. And so now you've
yeah.
got this one show where it's like, okay, I may not have loved the acolyte, but where it ended, I would really enjoy for that story to be told. Like I would love to know what's the deal with Plagueis and Chimere and
Yeah.
what
And
was the
Yoda,
girl's
they
name?
we got a
May.
Yoda appearance at the end. I
I'd
don't
like to
care as
forget
much
that.
about Osha May. Their whole thing was confusing. And Kamir, I'm like, I don't know. He was
I
cool
think
as
he's
like,
interesting.
yeah. Why are we talking about the
No, I'm
acolyte?
just saying, like, you see
Yeah.
the way they ended it. It's like, oh, this really needs another season to make one kind of pay off. Well, that wasn't very smart because there's not going to be a two, and so now we've just
Hmm.
got this one story that kind of like slowly builds up to an ending that sets up another story that's never going to happen. Here, we complete this story if you want it to be, right? Like it's so open ended. Like
Hmm.
I think it was very smart to end it that way, given that there are no promises for more stuff. I think that's how you almost have to do it.
Yeah. I don't think I need Skeleton Crew season 2, but I would love to see these characters reappear elsewhere. Like it'd be
Yeah.
cool to see Wim meet Ezra Bridger or
Yes.
something, or become his
Yeah.
Padawan or something like that, you know, or show up in the Manda movie in some way now that the barrier's down
Yeah.
and they get to be part of the larger galaxy. But
Yeah.
I don't think we need Skeleton Crew season 2 because what they're gonna get lost a second time, go on a second
Yeah.
adventure that really only
Yeah.
works once. Abby
Yeah.
says she gives it a 10 out of 10. It's very
Yeah.
surprising. I respect it, Abby, but I'm surprised. I don't know
I
if I
mean,
would give it a 10.
it's got some good stuff in it. But
You
yeah,
know what I
it's not a
did
10 for
like?
me, but it is an 8.
I might give it a 7. I
Wow,
think,
3 points
yeah.
better than the last episode.
Yeah, well, what did I give episode the last 4? I would give it a 6 or a 7 now. I feel like I've gotten over my disappointment of not getting Jod's backstory, and now I can actually appreciate the message of the show, which, if this is going to be a kid show, I think Don't Trust Strangers is a good lesson to be included in a kid show. Because, I guess, it's kind of dangerous to tell kids, like, oh, you meet this ruffian pirate, you should trust him
Yeah.
because he has the force. And I think ultimately in a way, it was clever because I got to experience the disappointment that Wim did when I was disappointed in Jod. So you get
Yeah.
to kind
Yeah.
of live out the show of like, oh man, I'm disappointed. I was expecting like a cool Jod backstory, and I thought he was going to be the anti hero, like John Silver, like from Treasure Planet. So in a way, it was cool, and I can appreciate the pre penultimate episode 7, more now in hindsight. So I wouldn't be so hard on it now. I'd probably give it, like I said, a 6 or a 7. But
I'd like to
I
watch
don't.
them back to back.
Yeah, I just didn't think it was cool. Like, we have people fighting over a lever. Fern's mom is like, no,
Yeah.
don't pull the lever. And Wim's like, we gotta pull the lever. It's just not the most exciting season finale.
Yeah. This was a high point for me too, Abby. Seeing like they did stick together. That was cool.
Yeah. A little
The
bit of
real
a
treasure,
cliche. The real treasure is the friends you made
the
along
friends
the
we made
way.
along the way. Yeah,
Yeah. A little bit of a cliche, though, I guess. It's like in
yeah,
Jumanji when you have like the popular girl and the jock and the nerd, and
yeah,
it's like the girl from drama club, and then they go on this crazy Jumanji adventure, and at the end,
yeah,
they're like
yeah.
best friends. It's a little overdone, but it is fun to. Obviously, I want them to be friends at the end of the show.
Now I'm tracking with Joshua here. He wasn't captured or
Or
escaped.
escaped.
And then
Yeah.
Wim just called out. That was the thing that got me. So if I'm like docking this 2 points to give it an 8 instead of a 10, like there are a few nitpicky things, and that's one of them to me. Like tell Jod to kick rocks at this point. Like why are you
Yeah, he
calling
almost
out to
killed your
him?
dad.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
come on now.
Yeah.
I also relate to this, Steve. Lost all the time.
Mhm.
So yeah, Joshua, he is being a little bit aggressive towards Skeleton Crew tonight. I know.
Harder on it than before. Oh, but did Joshua give it a rating out of 10? I don't think so.
No, he hasn't yet.
Oh, we got to
He
see
needs
a
to though.
score.
I
Yeah.
bet he's giving it like a 5 or 6.
We were happy to see SM33 back, though. That's really all I wanted out of this episode.
Yeah, that was good.
So
That
that paid
was
off.
good. How about they loaded that ship with some of the credits, right?
Hmm.
And then there was no one on it. That was really convenient that they had like loaded it and left, and then the kids could just get on it and drive it away.
Oh, yeah.
That was another nitpicky thing for me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Joshua's official score.
SM33 out of
SM33.
10.
That's
Yes,
perfect.
the official
That's
score.
perfect. I agree, Brett. I agree. I
Yeah.
think with the positive reviews, I bet people sit down and like binge this. And I've always found it interesting with how ratings work on streaming. They just go by like minutes streamed, like what the
Mm.
ratings will be 6 months from now, like how much it's been streamed, or either a month from now versus like people who did it every week. I think there's probably some viewers out there like that too.
Well, if everyone in the live chat tells one person about Skeleton Crew and gets them to watch, we'll have a pretty good pyramid scheme on our hands.
That is true. We would. We definitely would. So, Skeleton Crew, since this is our final recap crew, before we kind of get into some of the other shenanigans that are planned with memes and unboxings
Yes,
and
I have
stuff,
memes. Thank you for everyone that sent in memes for us.
what's your favorite part of the show?
My favorite part, I think it was SM33. He was just so
Yeah.
funny. He was so funny. There's just something about like a pirate droid with a pirate accent and pirate tendencies that
Yeah.
I didn't know I needed in Star Wars, but was so fun. And the way he like, I mean, Jod didn't become emotionally attached to the kids, but SM33 did. So much so that he broke his own pirate code and like refused to listen to Jod, even though he had
Yeah.
won like the rights of captain. And he's like, ah, it's close enough, you know? When,
Yeah.
is it Fern that becomes captain again? Or when? I
Yeah,
don't
the
remember.
unclaimsies. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I think SM33 was my favorite. My second favorite thing was probably the kids. The kids were super cute. I did
Yeah.
really like Fern was a really cool protagonist. Neil was adorable. Like it never got old, right? How adorable Neil is. And then
Yeah.
Wim was just I don't know, so cute. Like such a cute little adventure, so
Yeah.
hopeful. I hope we get to see him meet a Jedi sometime. That'd be nice. What about you? Was your favorite part?
Yeah, it's got to be that as far as a Star Wars show goes, I don't know that anything has had as good of a dynamic as this one. Like with all the characters, just how they went together. Like the kids, everything you just said, echo that. Throw Jod in on top of it. Like just how he, for the majority of the season, has to wrangle these kids around and he's like
Mhm.
pretty experienced with everything and they are not. So I thought it was really funny to watch. SM33 was great, like everyone else says. The story was just fun. Like it wasn't too serious. It was just a good time. So I just kind of like the vibes of this whole show. Like everyone just played well together. The story was fun. It wasn't too heavy. It was a good time watching it.
Yeah. And I loved episodes 5 and 6. So fun. Such adventure feels so unexpected with like the spa and the Mune in the in the mud baths
Yeah, I forgot about that.
and I like the humor of the show. There's a lot of good
Yeah, yeah,
humor. Jod was super funny, even though he turned out to be a bad guy. But Jude Law was excellent. And I haven't been super exposed to Jude Law. I haven't seen a lot of his stuff, but he was great in this. I really enjoyed Jude
yeah.
Law as a character.
I agree. I agree. So Steve has a buddy who waited to binge it, and if Steve has a buddy this way, there's probably like 10,000 Steves out there that all have a buddy that waited to do
Yes.
it. So I think
Yeah.
the numbers will get a little bit better. And SM33 for sure. Everyone
Mhm.
loves 33.
Yeah, he was awesome.
Oh yeah, it was very Star Warsy with the
Oh,
hope
they
theme at
waved
the end.
in the theme of hope in the end. Oh, I didn't even
Yeah.
notice that.
That's why I think it was Leia. I think that was her ship, the Tantive 4. I
I
think that
wish
was
we could
it.
have seen that. That would have been such a great payoff. And she is a
Yeah.
Jedi, so Wim would have got to meet his Jedi.
She
I
quit
did.
training.
Oh yeah, but still, she's more of a
Sh
Jedi than Jod.
that is fair.
And she's
That is
probably
fair.
she's somewhat trained at that point by Luke. Um, Least favorite, the parents. Oh, right, just not really smart people. That they
So,
just never really
yeah.
did anything with the parents. We never even saw Neil's mom ever again. You
They
know?
were lame. They were the typical lame
Yeah.
parents that come through at the end, though.
Yeah, they were
Like
just
all
there.
the
They're
80s.
accessories to the show. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
My
liked
least
that.
favorite, or go ahead, sorry.
I was gonna say I liked that we finally got to learn why Jod knows the Force a little bit and
Yeah, that was
seems to
good.
know Jedi things. So apparently he was someone's
He was
Padawan
there.
briefly right before or up until Order 66, and he watched his Jedi Master died. And that's such a sad backstory. That's why I can't totally hate Jod as a character, because someone believes in him maybe for the first time ever in his life. And now look where that got him. Like their
Yeah.
Jedi Master got like murdered right before him. Sad. Sad. I would have liked to see more for Jod, but
Yeah.
oh well.
You can see why he turns cold for sure.
Yeah.
I think my least favorite, like, and this is just like nitpicky, but just kind of like what we said, the little things that don't make a ton of sense today, where he like cries back out to Jide, or where that one episode where like 33's bad, and then immediately in the next episode he's good. Just little things like that. But again, that's like so
Yeah. I
nitpicky.
know, it's like it's almost like last episode they committed to making Jod the bad guy, but then this episode he's all like, I don't want to kill anyone. I
He's
just want
complex
everyone to
again.
get back to work. Yeah, I'm like, okay, they're kind of flip-flopping on this. Is that an act? Is he putting on an act to try to get
Could be.
people's sympathy since he wants these people to be his new employees? There was a part of the episode where I found myself kind of rooting for Jod a little bit.
Yeah.
Where I was like, yeah, he's kind of right. You guys just could just go about your lives. Everything's mostly the same. They seem happy in their own little bubble.
Yeah.
So for a minute, I was like, just go with it, people. But obviously, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, my first thought was what you said. Like he's putting on a show. Like he's just lying again to get what he wants.
Yeah.
Was what I thought there. Fern's speech was good. I agree, Kevin. Like that was
Yeah.
good. That was very like I don't want to be like, oh, it was Last Jedi whatever, but like there are good people out there. Like that's a theme they try to throw out in Star Wars there too. So I thought it was good. I thought it
I
was
liked it as
hopeful.
well. But in practice, who is she talking about? Because at Port Borgo, they meet the lady with
It was
the
that
horns,
lady. Yep.
but that's just one person.
Well, on the spa planet, it was that lady from Tangled that
The bounty hunter?
helps them.
Does she
Yeah, I
help
mean
them? Oh, and Kim, of course. Kim.
Kim. So they run into
Yeah.
a few folks. They find 33, who ultimately helps them. You know, he's a droid.
Yeah, 33. Yeah.
The girl on that Akron was good.
The girl, that's true. Okay, you're right.
Yeah,
There was more than one person because the only person I could think of was that lady at the very beginning. And I
yeah,
I don't know if I would include the bounty hunter in that because mostly she was out for Jod
right.
and not really looking out for the
But
kids
she
as
did
much.
tell them though that he was a liar. Like that everyone keeps
Yeah.
telling them he's a
Yeah.
liar, and then he obviously they were right.
I guess so.
I like this here. Jod was an evil. From my point of view,
Oh.
the Ad Akron or Ad Atten was evil. Jod was okay, actually.
From my point of view, Anne is evil.
No, he really that would be a good meme. No, like he
Oh
is
my
like
gosh. I
you
need
get
to
why he gets
see.
that way.
You do. Obviously, he makes his own choices in life, like all
Yeah,
of us, and we're supposed to learn from Jod's mistakes. Terrible things happen to you, but you can choose a
yeah.
high road and not be a murderous pirate. Just be a cool, nice pirate, like SM-33.
SM-33.
Oh my gosh, I just thought of a meme in my head. I gotta like put this meme together and put it out in
Okay,
the world. But what about Jod? And he's like, my new empire. And
he put his
Obi-Wan's
head on
like,
Anakin,
yeah, your new empire. You just
and you
became
have
emperor
the
of this planet.
supervisor's head on Obi-Wan.
Yeah. Your new empire. Or the supervisor's light
The
bulb eye or
eyeball.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, that is a good meme. You need to
Yeah.
make this one.
Yeah.
Steve did not like Urkel as a pirate.
Oh, okay. Took you out of it, I guess. Urkel.
I think he went down with the ship, so good day for Steve if that's if that's how Urkel went down.
He didn't turn
Is it
out to be a
Urkel's?
huge part of the show, Urkel.
Yeah, I didn't assume he would. So yeah, Skeleton Crew as a whole, two thumbs up for me. Great show.
Yeah.
I think it was
Even
fun.
though I agree, even though the ending was underwhelming, super fun adventure, I'm really glad Disney
Yep.
Plus leaned into this show. I'm sure there are people on the board or whatever that felt it might be risky. It's not
Yep.
like a known, IP. We didn't
Hmm.
even really get to see any Legends characters except for a reference to Crimson Jack. Except that it was a fake Crimson Jack. It wasn't even Crimson Jack from the Han Solo comics. So I'm sure there are people that were against this show, and ultimately I'm glad it did get produced because it was super
Yeah.
fun and different. And I hope the ratings turn out to be good and that Disney takes that data and, you know, is encouraged to dive into more new shows like that.
I agree. I agree with all that. Joshua's
Mm-hmm.
coming back around.
Yeah.
So we have
Yeah.
memes.
Yes, we do. We do. Attack of the memes. Here we go. Wait, don't look at all of them. Okay. You sent me this one. I
Yeah,
burn
I
my
sent you that one.
claimsies to make a sunrise that I'll never see.
I love it.
Love it. And another really great show, Andor. Me, the weekend. Me on Mondays.
Yes.
That is so me. Oh my gosh. I felt that. That was so funny. Neil sliding down the hill on his face.
Yeah.
I didn't get this one as much. You sent me this one. Someday in the future, when we find the Acolyte budget.
Yeah, I forget I'm filming on my phone. I think it was I Am Comics is the account that sent it to me. But someday in the future, when we find the Acolyte budget, and it's like the Acolyte cost so much to make, so he's like
Mhm.
looking at all the money they spent on the Acolyte. I thought that was really funny because like it
Oh,
had a huge budget, and then they went
right.
over budget, which is why it actually got canceled. Didn't have anything to do with all the other stuff, but I thought
Oh,
it was funny because they spent way too much money on it.
fiscal irresponsibility. That's why we don't
It'll
get to
get
see
you.
more Plagueis. Yeah.
Yep, get you. That's why
Okay,
he's in
I
the
get it now.
baths.
Who's in the best? Plagueis?
Plagueis. Yeah, he's in the baths on that planet.
Oh, the
His
Muni's
father.
retired.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's his retirement community. I love this one. What is the name of
yeah.
Jude Law's character in Skeleton Crew? Captain Silvo, Jod Nonnawood, Crimson Jack, D, none of the above.
I vote D.
Right? I'm starting to doubt Jod Nonnawood was his name. You know, Eric had this theory that
He did,
Jod was potentially Qui-Gon's child.
or something along those lines. Yeah. I mean, that's not what happened, but that was an
That's
interesting
not.
theory.
Yeah. But he said that there was a Nina Norwood credited.
Something about that.
Yeah, I
I'm
haven't looked
gonna.
into it, but who is Nina Norwood then? Because we
That's
never
what
saw
I'm looking it
never
up.
saw Nina.
Yeah, it's not like a character like in anything we've seen. I want to. Is it in like a book or something?
I don't know. Hmm. Eric, if you see this, you're gonna have to comment in the comments. What is the Nina Norwood thing about? Joshua says the best episode was still episode 5. I agree. I think of 5 and 6 is like one long episode,
Yeah,
and I really like them. So fun
I
when they
got
find.
nothing on Nina.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that. Okay, Robbie made this one. I think he made it or he found it. So
All
funny.
right,
So spoilers out of context. So we have the
episode
code is
7. Yeah,
more what you'd call guidelines and actual rules. And
yep,
that's in reference to like the pirate code and the
yep,
claimsies, unclaimsies, and the captain killing the captain to become the
yep.
captain. I don't understand this one as much. The aliens and Buzz Lightyear, is that like the
Oh,
kids with
it's
Jod?
no, it's the claw where they get Brutus at the beginning.
Oh, okay. The claw. Okay, I get it. We've got Scrooge McDuck diving into the money, which is obviously
Jod,
Jude Law finding Jod. Yes, Jude Law finding the mint, and then we've got poor little youngling.
also
With
Jod there with the lightsaber.
yes, and Wim confused.
That
Yeah,
was
super
good.
funny. I love those out of context memes. I found this one. I take full credit, even though I didn't make it.
That's me right there, loving some Neil.
That's the whole internet. Grogu, who? No, Grogu's still cute, but he's
He's no
out of.
Neil.
He's no Neil. Yeah. Oh, this is from last week. We don't need the memes anymore, unless you
Hey,
want to.
you
Feel
ask,
free.
we got him.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad we were finally able to find them because they were scarce.
Yeah, now it's just like at and Mint. We just got him everywhere.
All right.
Yes,
Mystery stuff.
unboxings.
Okay,
Let's do
so I
it.
spent my box lunch money recently, but actually I found these on clearance, so they were 6.99 each at box
Nice.
lunch, and it
So
was half off.
what do they usually run? What did you say?
It doesn't say. Oh wait, actually
Oh,
they're 12.90 usually.
wow, so you got them like half off. Nice.
I got them even more than half off because they were like 3.50 each.
Oh, okay,
It was
gotcha.
like half off of
So you got them
clearance.
half of the half. So
Yeah, yeah,
75%
buddy.
off.
That's what you gotta do. All right. I like these because I like the container. I am a sucker for a good container. It's like Death Star shaped.
I do like that.
Yeah, it's
That's
cool.
like a good decor even after you open it.
Yeah, I'll have to put this somewhere or use it to store something. Okay, and it looks like it opens on the sides like this. Let me see if I can make my screen a little bigger. There we go. All right. So then after you open it, it's got maybe 4 or 5 little baggies of doorables like that. Let me open
What
up
a
the little
deal.
paper. Yeah. I'm trying not to collect doorables because I don't like super tiny things. I feel like
Right.
they add up and then you don't know what to do with them because they're small. You can't really display them. But this was too good of a deal to pass up. So it looks like we
I
could
like these.
potentially. You do. A lot of people
Yeah.
do. We got Chopper, Sabine, Professor Hu Yang, Harrison. A lot of people from the Ahsoka show. Ray's kind of in there
Lando.
randomly. Mando, Grogu. I wonder if they also have mystery ones. Oh wow, there's a ton that you can get because there's more characters on the back.
There's stuff for everybody on these. I like that.
Yeah. Okay, so it comes with 4, so let's open these up. All right, so the first character is Han.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a good one to get.
That is a good one to get.
Yeah, and their eyes are fun. They make their eyes like sparkly. Okay, number 2. Looks like Hu Yang. Yeah, it is.
Ooh.
Professor Hu Yang.
That may be the best one in there. That looks good.
Yeah, it's cool. He's holding up a
I
reproachful finger.
was gonna say it doesn't quite look like that from my end of the screen. I will say it looks like
Oh.
someone just cut him off in traffic. But
No, Professor Hu Yang's too polite and too civilized for that. All right, number 3. Let's see. It looks like Luke.
wow, all hits in
Yeah.
this one.
Yeah. Love the facial expression. Very cute. And I love that for the adorables vehicles. You can also put these on there because they also come with a little hole on the bottom for like the little accessories.
You're gonna buy
Okay.
more of these.
I'm trying not to. Ooh, this one's very cool. I got R2D2.
Wow, what a haul!
Chubby R2D2. So cute. Yeah, that's a good one. A lot of like characters that go together like these. All 3 of these. Han, Luke, and R2. Can't stand them up. But yeah, Hu
And Hu
Yang's kind
Yang's
of
older
just.
than dirt, so he goes with
Yeah.
everybody.
He can stand with anybody. All right. Should I open the second one up?
Yeah, I think it's fun.
All right.
It may be hard to top that first box though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we'll see. I'd like to get Hera. The Hera one's cute. They also sell these. I think they sell these in like individual baggies, like just if you want
They do.
just one at a time.
At the front
Yeah.
of Target, or at least at the Target I go to, they have those.
Yeah. Yeah, they have them at Box Lunch too, and I think Walmart. And Joshua, if you're listening still, if you could grab me my scissors and I can open up my two remaining Andor back clips.
I'll run through some comments while you're doing that too, if you
Okay.
want. So Steve wants to know if we're going to do a similar show for Andor. I will say on my side of things, um, sometimes I fall asleep during Andor,
Oh
so
no.
I don't know if I can commit to that. We'll see how Andor's going.
Yeah, Andor's tough because I'm like, if I do reactions for a show, I probably wouldn't do the post-show discussion. But I don't know if I'll do reactions for Andor season two
Yeah,
because it's so dialogue heavy that it's just gonna be me listening to dialogue. There's not as
yeah,
much to like react to, really. We'll see. Well, I might react to
yeah.
season two. The answer to your question is maybe.
Maybe.
And
I'm leaning towards just Force with Friends podcast on my channel for Andor, but we'll see when it gets here. We'll see how it goes.
but you can bite me on that too if you
Oh,
want
you
to.
can come on. You're invited any episode.
Okay, great. All right, so let's open up our second set. So the first one, oh,
Nice.
so I've got two droids, two best friends that
Five
anybody
for
could have.
five.
Yeah. I mean, is there any I wouldn't want to get from these? Like, I mean, maybe I don't need the Ray, but
Just
oh
hate the
wait. Oh
sequels.
no, I can't believe it. Out of all the ones you could possibly get, and I got
A
a
dupe.
duplicate. Yes. Got my
You
first
can never
dupe.
have too many Hu Yangs.
Maybe I'll keep that one as a trader. All right. Ooh, I completed the trio.
Nice. The big
And
three.
yeah, now I have Han, Luke, and Leia.
I bet you get Ahsoka to tie in with Hu Yang and Chopper.
All right, let's see. Last one for the Doorables. Oh, Ricky's in the chat. Dibs.
Oh,
He says,
you're.
yurt. You forgot the T on that, Ricky. It's
Yeah,
yurt
we
now.
live in yurts now. We are dibs. You do still owe Ricky for that one Funko soda that we talked
Oh,
you out of giving.
true, true, true. I owe him a lifetime of duplicates, which I got another one just
Wow.
now. Second
So
Han.
Ricky's getting Han and Hu Yang.
Yeah. So two Hans and two Hu Yangs. Yeah, these are cool. Yeah, definitely look into these guys. They're cool just for the container, honestly. Good place to keep your stickers
Yeah.
and such. Oh no. How do you close these?
They just stay open forever now.
Maybe, huh? I guess they do.
Flip
Oh,
it,
wait.
flip it over.
Sorry. I had two of the same. Okay, there we go.
That'll do it. So
Yeah, they're cool.
Joshua asked who mentioned the Wally situation. That was actually Andrea. That was not me.
Yeah, I said that last week, I think.
Yes, you did. Supervisor. Yep. Drink more coffee. I will say, Steve, coffee versus infant. Infant still makes you tired. So I think like infant plus Andor will overcome coffee and I will be asleep.
Yeah, I don't really get sleepy. Like I don't fall asleep with shows, but there are shows I find that make me yawn excessively.
Andor's
And
one of them.
it's not because the show's boring. I think if I just sit for too long, there's just something in my body that's like, we just need to yawn continuously forever. And it makes editing reactions so hard because I have to edit around the yawns. But it's not because the show is boring. It's because, I don't know, I can't sit for too long, I guess.
These were also coming out kind of like later at night too when first Andor came out.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope they do 9 p.m. releases going forward. Oh, thank you, Ricky. Ricky says he likes the haircut. Thank you. It's mostly all gone. Wait, you were right, and the Tak Renard theory was wrong.
Yes. Stabbed
Yeah.
by a concubine. That's what's going to go down in the Wikipedia.
Yeah, I really wish they had gone that route. All right, so Andor backflip,
Ooh, that's what we've been
second
waiting
to
for.
last. I know it's been 7 weeks of
Speak
opening
of the
backflips.
devil, talking about
Huh?
Andor.
Ah, I got
Ooh,
Marv.
Mon Mothma.
Yeah, I got another Mon Mothma. Marv is the only
Ricky,
one.
another dupe.
Another dupe for Ricky. I think the only one I haven't gotten. I still haven't gotten. Did I ever get Cyril? No, I did not. I still haven't gotten Cyril, and I still haven't gotten Marva. So I'm not
So
gonna
you can
complete
get
the
one
set.
of the two here.
I can, yeah, but I guess I'm not completing this set. That's too bad. I
If
thought
get it
if
for
I
a
got,
dollar on eBay.
yeah, that's true. People selling Cyril, probably not for premium. All right, very last back clip. It's the end of an era. I'm gonna miss this, guys. Let's see what we got. Oh, we got Cyril. Nice. So now I just have to buy Marva off of eBay.
The only time, now that may cost you more. The only time I've been excited to see Cyril.
Are you excited for the wave 2 of the Andor pops?
No.
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 Aw.
Excited for the current wave of Ahsoka pops that are hitting shelves though.
Fair. Kevin, the only
That
reason.
that's not
Yeah.
true. I know that's not true. Ricky's urine again. Oh, from Andrea's channel. Gotcha.
Oh,
He's double dipping on us here.
yeah. I
It's
forgot the
okay to
tea
yawn
again.
during Andor. Not much. I think that's kind of funny. It's a good season,
Yeah,
but
I
the
liked it.
pacing is
I like
slower.
season. Yeah, I like season
It's like
one,
a
but
slow burn.
but honestly, it doesn't matter what show. For whatever reason, if I sit down at my computer to watch a show, just it's like yawn city over here. I don't know what it is, and I'll enjoy the show. It's just I think it's just lack of circulation. I don't know, sitting upright. I don't know what it is, or maybe because I
Sitting
associate
upright.
yeah, or maybe I associate desks with like work, and so my brain or like or schoolwork or
The eye
work.
strain. It's
Yeah,
getting
I
you.
don't know. Just know I edit a lot of yawns out of my reactions.
I just don't react, so that way I don't have to worry about it. But
There
yeah,
you go.
we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Well, Andrea, I think this was like a great idea that you had to do the recap crew. Thanks for inviting me along for the ride.
Thank you so much for doing this with me. I honestly did not know what to expect from the show. I had seen very little about it, but I knew I wanted to do something like either reactions or recaps or theory videos, which I've never done. I've seen some of your theory videos from like
Oh yeah, you should do this.
Ahsoka and stuff. I didn't have much theories though for this. Like there wasn't much to theorize about, but no, it was fun. I really enjoyed it. So hopefully we can do like similar segments with future shows.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. So, guys, chat, thank y'all for showing up every week for Recap Crew. This was a lot of fun, and I think this is probably a see
Yeah.
you later instead of a goodbye forever situation. So, chat, we will
Yes.
be back.
And like I like to say, God bless, and I'll see you soon.